Not very good to really good. So I know if you get the right guy, you can do it. I'm watching Joe Judge and the Giants. 8 games. Oh, boy, they're pretty good. Miami, 8, 9 games last year. Oh, they're pretty good. Now, I'm not saying finding the right coach is easy. It's not. It is not easy. It's a little bit like drafting. It's a little bit of a crapshoot. But once you get it, it's not that hard. So here's a prime example. So I know Daryl Morey, a very popular guy, former Rockets GM, very smart guy, really likable guy. So he goes and takes the Philadelphia 76ers job, right? The cleaning house in Houston, he resigns, he goes to Philadelphia. What does he do last night in one night? It ain't that tough, folks. He does what Joy and I have been yelling at for 2 years. He goes and gets 2 shooters. It's not him. He gets Seth Curry because Dallas needed to get some more defense. Seth Curry's a good shooter. And then he goes and gets Danny Green, who, again, is a good shooter. And what do they get rid of? What we've been saying. Get rid of bigs. Ben Simmons is a massive guard, and you've got Embiid. What are you doing getting Al Horford? What is that all about? So in the last couple years, and I just didn't get this. And I'm not saying I could be an NBA GM, but it's not that hard. Daryl Morey last night, in a couple of hours, I'm going to go get 2 shooters with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a transformational physical point guard in terms of a talent and a size. He cannot shoot. All right, that's fine. Just get him shooters. It's okay. He can be an all-star. Just get him shooters. He shoots 52% because he's dunking all the time because he's 6'10" as a point guard. He's fine. Magic Johnson was never a great shooter. They got him Kareem was there. Then they got him Worthy. Then they got him Byron Scott. They got him shooters because Magic wasn't a great shooter. All players outside of LeBron are not all things. Complement them. So the last couple of years, Philadelphia got rid of J.J. Redick, really good shooter. Marco Bellinelli, really good shooter. Landry Shamet, good shooter. And another European guy that was a good shooter. What are you doing? I don't understand it. So when Daryl Morey walks in, and I'm not saying these kind of moves win an NBA championship, but he moves in and Daryl Morey's like, yeah, we got a big. We don't need Al Horford. We got a big. And we got a point guard who can't shoot but can really pass the ball to shooters. So, gosh, let's go get a couple of shooters. And he does it in an hour. It ain't, again, you can tell me it's so hard to turn around a football team. I've seen Parcells do it 4 times. I've seen Urban do it 4 times. I'm watching Brian Flores in 7 games. Joe Judge in 8. It's not that. The hard part is finding the guy that can be the catalyst for it. Joe Judge or Brian Flores, Parcells or Urban Meyer. I've been on this for years, and I'm not taking a shot at Elton Brand because he'd never been a GM, and Daryl Morey had a lot more experience. But I watched what Philadelphia did last night. I was like, God, this is just duh. It was 3 words. A big duh. Get shooters. This is what the league is. Want to re-hit it. Klay Thompson is out for the year again with an ACL injury. So, by the way, Achilles injury. So he missed all of last year. Torn Achilles. He's going to miss all of this year, and it kind of feels like the dynasty was great and dynamic and fun and explosive, and it's over. And by the way, they can come back next year, but then Steph's going to be 34. You don't have a lot of pieces. That's another year of Draymond out of his prime. James Wiseman's just a kid. It's not that they can't be effective, but the championships to me. Remember, the draft no longer supplies championships because it doesn't supply stars. So that's not what the draft meant. You could argue the Warriors are the last team that built a dynasty through the draft. So, and they got kind of lucky on that because Steph got hurt and they were able to pay him not much and then afford KD. So this was a great dynamic run, but it just feels like, and I'm not saying they won't win games, but I'm sorry, you just got too much talent in the West. LeBron, AD, and that group in Lakers should be favored. The Clippers should be favored. I think Dallas and Denver are better teams now. And now you can make the argument, well, we can get Giannis. That felt a lot more possible 3 months ago. But the more you read on, if you were Giannis today, ask yourself, you'd do 2 things. You'd stay in Milwaukee and get the max money, which is very viable, or you'd go play in Miami. Miami's way more attractive than California. From a tax perspective, Pat Riley, a bunch of shooters, a wing guard. The Miami Heat are built for Giannis. That is a great alternative. You go out to Golden State. They already got James Wiseman. He's a big. And then Steph is a little older and brittle, and Klay's coming off a second injury, and Draymond's past his prime, but expensive and kind of explosive. So to me, when I look at this, it's not only affecting the Warriors, it makes me think Giannis is staying in Milwaukee, and the only option is Miami. That's a great option. But if I'm Milwaukee today,